This man loses his memory and mistakenly believes he's a serial killer. He thinks of himself as a murderer. To live up to the killer physique written in his diary, Jin Dong decides to start jogging every morning.
일기에 따르면 사이코패스 연쇄살인마인 나 육동식은 매일 아침 가볍게 5km 정도를 뛰며 하루를 시작한다.
But after running just a few hundred meters, he's too exhausted to continue. He sits on a chair gasping for air, completely unable to accept this reality. He thinks to himself, I'm supposed to be a serial killer who can run 5 kilometers straight. His body must not be fully recovered yet. Just then, a small dog runs up to Jin Dong. It immediately lies down in front of him. The dog's owner finds this very strange.
어머, 얘 성격 장난 아닌데. 별일이 다 있네요.
But Jin Dong feels quite proud. He thinks even the dog can sense his killer aura. I really am amazing, he thinks. He proudly pets the dog's head, then walks away with a smile, leaving the female owner completely puzzled. At the elevator, Jin Dong encounters his troublesome neighbor. This guy used to bully him all the time, but Jin Dong, having lost his memory, has forgotten all about this. The two get into the elevator together. The drunk punk starts bragging.
내가 얘기했었나? 내 사람 쥐 있다고.
Jin Dong lets out a cold laugh. He says something really terrifying.
보통 우리 몸의 주요 장기는 뼈가 보호하고 있어. 뇌는 두개골이, 배랑 심장은 갈비뼈가. 그럼 사람을 한 방에 죽이려면 어디를 노려야 할까? 여기. 심장이 펌프질해서 뇌로 보내는 피가 이리로 쏟아져 내리는 거지. 모조리.
The punk instantly sobers up in fear. As Jin Dong exits the elevator, he glances back at him. What the punk doesn't know is, before losing his memory, Jin Dong loved watching crime movies. That scary line was actually from The Silence of the Lambs. The next day, Jin Dong goes to work. His usually arrogant team leader sees him and takes a detour. Jin Dong finds this amusing. People always like to bully those weaker than themselves. Now they finally know to be afraid. But he doesn't realize, the team leader has already set a trap behind his back. The company CEO's second son, Seo Ji-hoon, took bribes from a pharmaceutical company. The team leader was in charge of negotiating that partnership. Later, the pharmaceutical company got caught in a scandal. The company suffered major losses. The team leader decides to pin the blame on Jin Dong. Because he knows Jin Dong has amnesia, the team leader gets other colleagues to give false testimony. They claim Jin Dong took money from the pharmaceutical company on September 12th, and even signed a contract. Jin Dong can't remember anything. He has no way to defend himself. He returns to his desk and flips through his diary. He discovers that afternoon he went hunting. That means he had no time to take bribes. He finally understands. The team leader is framing him. That evening, Jin Dong returns home. He thinks to himself, he's a killer. How can he let these stupid people bully him?